boss behind me. I know. I literally know I have these. Good morning. Putting stuff away from yesterday's makes. I didn't really get to sew a long time yesterday with electrician and all that stuff. Good morning, everyone. It's Friday. My kids like to sing that annoying song, Friday, Friday, every Friday. So it gets stuck in my head. They know how much I despise that song. All right. So there's a lot to unpack today. First, thank you. I'm glad you like the Nova's Nugget. I do have the Nova's Nugget out. It was released 30 minutes ago. It's a really short video, but it explains about drop length. I'm sorry I didn't have a tutorial for you. Not being able to film it really sucks because I don't film off my tablet or my phone. I actually have two cameras set up, and they can be charged, but the problem is that they only last 30 minutes to an hour, and I never know when they're going to cut off. Without them being fully plugged in, I can't film. So I'm a little bit frustrated. Even more frustrated because the electrician did come out. They don't have a diagnosis. He went and put his charger in each socket and tried to figure out what's going on. I think on Monday he's coming back out, and I have to take down all my clouds on my ceiling so that he can mess with the wires right above my area as the living room. So I had to take down my clouds. It's okay though. I was thinking about doing something else anyway. So I got to take that down, and then hopefully I'm hoping that next week sometime that I can actually film. It'd be awesome. Because there's like a lot of things I have that I want to film that are coming out, and I think you will like. But happy Cinco de Mayo for the people who celebrate. It's also National Day of Awareness, and I feel like that's a very important to like at least read about, see if you're able to contribute to any of the sites that help people that are like protesting and trying to make this more aware. It's also Revenge of the 5th. There's so many things. Today's my nephew's birthday. There's a lot of things that happen on the 5th. May 5th is pretty busy. So I just wanted to say hi to everyone, and I wanted to show you some bags. So a bag that came out is, I want to say it's called Ileana from Clutch and Couture. Okay, so when she showed us the tote, we were like, okay, you hear tote, you're thinking box, right? Like, or a round base. Nope. It's curvy-licious. Look at the curves. It's very unique. I did mess up on mine. The straps are supposed to be sewn in on this, so there's no hardware. You only need zipper pulls. I did the whole bag, turned it right sides out, top stitch, and then I was like, oh, son of a biscuit eater. So I actually riveted my straps in. You can do the same thing though to reduce bulk. It's not a very bulky bag. It looks like the designer sews on a semi-industrial, and it's a really pretty bag. There is a recessed zipper inside, and then there's one zipper pocket. It's very simplistic. It comes together. I think now that I made it, I can make a second one like in no time, but it comes together pretty interesting. This wraps around and becomes, this gusset wraps around the center pieces, and it gives this really very structured look. It's not and it's not very hard material. Like it's Decovil light, and I use cork. That's it. Oh, you're not old. You're forever young. So yes, this comes out. This came out today. It'll be in Clutch and Couture. I took some really good pictures with it yesterday. I don't think the lighting in here is not the best, so sometimes I have to like show you guys some other lighting because I promise you I have the worst lighting in the basement. But I'll give you an example. Here, Faith was my model. So this is a better so you can see scale. It's a really simple thing. Jacqueline will have all the bags out. I love the shape of the bag too. It's so unique. At first, I was like reluctant, and then when I put it together and I seen how it kind of just it's really curvy. It's structured and it only uses Decovil light. So you use a heavier piece of interfacing on the bottom of the bag, and that is it. It's fairly easy to birth. I really liked it. I had no wrinkles or anything. It's pretty cool as I'm just wearing the bag. So that bag I made not yesterday, but the day before. If I didn't mess up, I think I would have finished the bag in 3 hours. But I messed up. I had a headache. It was just one of those off days. And then yesterday, because I had the electrician here and I was going to doctor's appointments, I did not have a whole lot of time to sew. But one of my favorite things to sew is cami from Georgia Girl Stitch. This is wax canvas, cotton, and suede. So I have leather throughout the bag. The side is duck cloth. This is like 100% all natural bag. There's no waterproof canvas. You have cotton webbing, and I love the suede on the bottom. I think this is going to go perfect for someone who is a like Harry Potter fan and loves Hagrid like I do. So I just like the color blue. So it maybe go to a Ravenclaw. That is actually an embroidery patch. So I have this patch and then I sewed it on top. It's really, I have a lot of embroidery patches. It was either between that or I was going to use this one. I'm really into Ahsoka lately, so you're going to see a lot of Star Wars Ahsoka for me. So yeah, and I sometimes instead of using a magnet, I use a lot of magnets as like, staple like pieces in my bags. I've been like gravitating to a lot of patchwork and just you can get tons of different patch and embroidery files on Etsy for relatively inexpensive. I think I got like my Nevermore one for like $4. And then you just use your embroidery software and then you can figure out the jump stitches and all that stuff. I'm not the best at embroidery, but I do know the basics. So yeah, I went to the doctors. They want to do some more tests because of my migraines that I've been getting. So I'm going to be they want to do it like an MRI. I'm going to do physical therapy because she could see that this side of my, like I kept telling her it was like my neck hurts, but it hurts on mostly this side and my muscle is like contracting nonstop here. She's seen it. So some physical therapy, MRIs and trying new medications. So we have all that I have to do. So today is Friday. Kids get out of school at normal time. I'm going to work on my one like a Catalina sling that I've been trying to do since yesterday, but I couldn't do because I like when I'm into a project, it's really hard for me to put a project aside and work on something else because I'm still hyper focused on the one I put aside. So I worked on a cami because that bag, I don't even need the instructions really anymore because I've made so many of them. It's a really good bag to make, and I plan on making that. Or Rosa has like a small project that's coming out, and I will be making that this weekend, as well as maybe an amber from Georgia Girl Stitch because I like the way that backpack sits on people. Yeah. I will also have to do a sleep test. They took my blood pressure, everything's fine. It was like slightly elevated, but here's the thing. So you guys use nasal decongestion, follow the box. You're not supposed to use it every day because if you do, it elevates your blood pressure. Didn't know. Good morning. Yeah, so I have to do all this stuff. I normally have my like gabapentin and all this stuff like that, but it's just been really like the migraines have been super intense, and it hit me like a ton of bricks when she was like, "Well, how often do you have migraines?" I was like, I could tell you more when I don't, because when I don't, it's like shocking. Sorry, look. That dog always grabs paper. So whenever you see me bend down, that's him probably shooting in and out of here. He's really quiet for being so big, and he'll either grab paper or if he sees like a rogue piece of fabric or leather. Like I swear, I gotta cut leather and put it away because that dog will grab it in like 5 seconds flat. So yeah, I don't know. I just been having like really severe headaches, and it's been more headaches that I have than versus not having headaches. It hit me like a ton of bricks because it's more surprising when I don't have a headache. Like, is something wrong with me because I'm so used to having a headache. So, yeah, we're trying different medications and physical therapy and all that stuff like that. So I'm actually kind of excited about the physical therapy because I feel like when you're like we as sewists are in a machine, we're kind of like hunched over and curved over our machine, and this can like hurt your shoulder, your neck, your wrist, your arm, all that. So working out and learning proper way to sit and stretches and all this stuff like that is super important for what we do. I hope everyone has a good weekend too. It's Friday. This week went by fast. um yeah, so I'm just going to be sewing up today my Catalina, and hopefully I'll be able to show it to you tomorrow. Um, Cleaning my workroom as well as posting bags on Etsy. I'm really notoriously bad at that. Kendall takes pictures and then I just let the picture sit and I don't make a listing. So I'm trying to do better and try to make 3 to 4 listings a day. So that way my shop is always having something new for some people. And I have to ship out like 2 orders and then make a thank you gift for 1 order that needs to be shipped out. So basically that's my day to day. And then, walk Loki, play, wrestle with the dogs, and then get the kids. Well, the kids are walking home so they can get themselves. I did get my sewing blurb from the sewing blurb that like Lauren and Carolina Stitches and all these people are a part of. I think Fabric Therapy or Fabric, I'm not therapy. There's like 4 people that are a part of it. Holy heck, this package is super cute. I like the non-label thing. I'm not going to ruin it, but it's amazing. It's a beautiful kit. I like it. It's so simplistic, so like fresh and very spring. So it made me happy because after dealing with the electrician and getting told all these different diagnoses and all these other tests, I was like kind of down. And when I opened up the package, it made me smile. I'm looking forward to using those labels, and I'm looking forward to using the non-label thing. It was a really good package and really good. I really like the sewing blurb, even though it's not like nerd related, because most of the bags I make are nerdy in some point. And I usually like to purchase labels from Lauren that are like supernatural, just the nerdy ones. Even the Rickroll, because I like to put Rickrolls in nice, classy bags. So that way when a person buys it and they look down, they'll laugh when they say, I'm never going to give you up. I like these labels. I've been using a lot of them in my non fandom bags, and they're just nice to have. It's really weird. Like I said, if you go to my Etsy page, when people post what they like and give me my review, I get a lot of pictures of those labels. People like them. It's something unique inside of their bag, and it can make someone smile. It's usually the little moments that make people happy. Just like I said, I had a really rough day yesterday, and when I opened that up, it made me smile, and it just kind of turned the day into a better day. So, the little things. Good morning. Yes, I know. I know. And that was my favorite part. I know, Nicole. Was going to message you and be like, totally made me smile. And like, but I'm not going to ruin it for anyone because I know people, everybody gets it at different times. I usually get mine's like, if they say you're shipped, I usually get it the next day for some odd reason. It was a good, it was like one of the best sewing blurbs, and it literally made me smile. I had a real rough day yesterday, and from the electrician wasn't the nicest person, and it just a lot happened. I was stressed over the after talking to my doctor, and I was in her office for like an hour. So the electrician was supposed to be coming from 12 to 3. I was already frustrated and flabbergasted because I knew my doctor's appointment was at 10:15. And they don't like call you back at 10:15. You can be there at 9:45 and they'll still call you back whenever. So she didn't get to see me until 10:45. I got out of there at 11:45 and I was like rushing to get home. I got onto the wrong like interpass because I'm not used to going to this office. It's like newer to me because they changed office locations. And then was flabbergasted with that. Then the car was like, "Oh, you're on E." And it was just a lot of little things. When I got here, I apologized that I was late. I felt so bad. But he was super I was like, he wasn't the nicest. I was like, "Hey, can you give me a minute? I'll let you in my house. I just want to put away the dogs." He was grunting and upset about that. I'm like, "Do you want to come in with my dogs? Because cool, I'm trying to do this for you, not me." And then as he sees Loki in the cage, and he's like, "Oh, I bet he's aggressive." And I'm like, "Okay, you're stereotyping. No, he's not aggressive." um, he's not. So I mean, I could let the one out that is aggressive. um, just like he made like a lot of little comments that were making me uncomfortable, and this is one of the reasons why I always want Kindle here. Is not that I can't handle the electrician or any of the male things, because actually I'm the best person when it comes down to getting cars, or I already knew what the electrician was going to do. Um, but I don't like dealing with, I'm not like the best with everyone's personality, and he was super aggressive, and that makes me automatically go into a defensive stand. So it was just a bad day all the way around. And then the package came in and it made me smile. All the labels are beautiful. The non label was like breathtaking. And I'm like trying to figure out what bag I'm going to use it on. So it's a good, like something small can make the biggest difference. So I was at like breaking points to crying. And then that package came in and it made me smile. It turned the whole day around because the package came in. I opened it. That I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut something that I know I can sew fast and just sew, because sewing's my therapy. It makes me feel good. I can be quiet inside my head, listen to music, listen to YouTube, and it gets me in a better place. And I was able to do it. I was able to turn like at 3 o'clock. It was bad, and then I was done making this bag at 6, and I felt way better. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, new Moxie, you totally killed it in that. I don't know if you can get this sewing blurb this month a la carte, but it's spring. That's all I can say. It's definitely spring. It feels like spring. What New Moxie brought to the table literally made me smile. It's elegant. It's really elegant. So yeah, that was really good. I don't show those because I don't know, I know everybody gets that blurb at different times. Like it takes people longer to get in Alaska, Puerto Rico, like Hawaii. So I don't want to ever ruin a box for anyone. That's why when I do the advent calendars, I make sure to like say my disclaimer, like I'm opening this up because I don't want to ruin it for anyone. Surprises are so far in between as an adult. So I do look forward to the Sewing Blurb every month, though. It's one of the few subscriptions that I actually keep every month. Yeah, so I think you get like 4 designers do labels. So you either get 10 of each or like 5 and 5. oh, it's always like over 30 or 40 labels. And Lauren designs one, Carolina Stitches. And then there are two other people. I want to say one of them is Kayla, but do not quote me on that. And the other one is Therapy RX, or the one that has the interfacing that you pill. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to slaughter their name, but the package doesn't actually have it. I'm just giving it. I'll figure this out. Um, and then they'll have like a guess, like one of the blurbs, I think it last month's blurb had Weft and Warp's uh tearaway tape, which is really cool. I didn't like you really could I used it so much that when I tore away the tape, I keep trying to tear away my Waywack tape and you can't because I used it so much. It didn't have like a really hard stick, but it was enough to get that job done. Like it wouldn't be like, oh, let me put this on my straps and leave my straps overnight. No, it's going to lift up in like a couple of minutes. But it held it down when I needed to do it, and you could just rip it away, which oddly is super freaking convenient. Like you don't have to grab your scissors, look for your paper scissors, none of that. You just rip. And it was cool. And all right. I'm trying to get so there's always one by Mormino. Fabric Therapy. I was right. Carolina Stitches, and there's usually like if Lauren doesn't do two, then there's one somebody else does. I know one of them. I think one of them 1 month was Heartwood and Hyde, and the other one was like I think Kayla. And so like there's always like a yes person that comes in and does labels, and then there's people that come in and bring like a non label. And this month was New Moxie, and it was really good. I was really happy with it. Yes, Fabric Therapy. So yeah, they're really good. This month is super spring. The labels are called the Sewing Blurb, and let me see if I could just put this in here in our Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, YouTube. I like the way I look at it is you're supporting all these smaller businesses, and that's just the one that shows for March. But I think I don't know if there's a wait list or the wait list is now open, or you could buy things a la carte. You could see prior months, and I think you could buy other stuff. The first month you came with this cute little binder. I believe you could buy the binder there too, and you could put all these labels. And I use the binder, which helps me out tremendously because I would buy packs of labels thinking that I ran out. And lo and behold, it was like in a drawer somewhere tucked in the darkest depth of it. And now I can stick all my labels in, and I can just use them. And I don't know. I like them. Oh, here, my Revenge of the Fifth. This is the new bag from Clutch and Couture, and it's a tote. It has a recessed zipper, a zipper pocket in the back. As you can tell, I'm like really a big Ahsoka fan. Like I just need you guys to know now when August comes around and Ahsoka comes on, if I'm just talking purely about on that day that Ahsoka drops about it, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm a fan. Okay. It's a really cool tote. It has like a really nice curves, and these curves are just built into the gusset. It's on a wait list. Okay. Yeah, but I think you can get some things a la carte. If you're part of Facebook, get on to Mormino page, not so whatever, but Mormino, because she like updates everything about her fabric, new vinyls coming out, new themes. Like she's really active in there. So yeah. So I did an Ahsoka one, and this is just the interfacing is Decovil Light. You only need a heavier deck stabilizer on the bottom, and she has a full Happy Cinco de Mayo. She has like a full like video on it. She breaks it down and tells you how to do everything. I messed up. These straps are supposed to be sewn in, but It was not yesterday, but the day before when I told you guys I still have a headache. I sewed this up. I was having an off day and I forgot to include the straps. I I even told her if she didn't want me to promote this, I won't because I felt bad. But after talking to her, this is a good sewing teachable moment. If the strap area is going to be too thick for you, then don't include it and just rivet it in. It just it it's I got like cute little blue ones to match Ahsoka. Isn't that cute? It's it's little. It fits pretty good. Like my daughter was modeling it for me yesterday, and it's a good size bag. I like the way it's shaped. When I first seen it, I was like, that's unique. That's different. What am I going to make with it? And then when I looked at it again, I print out the pattern. I was like, I love how it just comes out it's not your standard box or circular bottom shape tote. So that's why I like it. I like unique stuff. Thank you. So yeah, that's that bag. That's my Cinco de Mayo one. I should have today's Revenge of the Fifth, but there's always that debate: is it the Revenge of the Fifth or Revenge of the Sixth? So I just celebrate both. Tomorrow's Revenge of the Sixth, so I will have another Star Wars bag for you. I'm going to get you that right now. It's Clutch and Couture. It's Jacqueline's new pattern. She's been gone a minute, but she is now back, and she came back swinging. And this bag's called the Ileana, and I'm going to put it in the chat. There's no affiliate links. I was just one of her testers. So yeah, her bags are really beautiful. You can even add piping. I kind of wish I didn't have any more of I have an ocean color cork, but I didn't have enough to make the piping. I just wish I did because I think it would have popped out even more, but it came out better than I thought. I was like, am I gonna hate myself using cork and Decaville Light? And it came out, it was actually easier than I thought. In case if you're wondering what this is, that is Sully's lake. I was like, that looks really weird, but that's Sully. Yeah, I have a lot of stuffed animals in my room. Yeah, she is a very, very curvy lady. And I don't know, I like it. The straps are really good, a good size, and this is perfect for the drop length because it goes down. It's comfortable. I'm fluffy and I'm 5'9" and it fits good. And my daughter is like 5'4" and she like weighs maybe 110 pounds soaking wet, and you can see it fits her good. It's a good size bag. Like I actually think if you put the inside like with ripstop or waterproof canvas, it could be the perfect. I'm going to the beach. Let me throw all my crap in this bag, and you can carry wet bathing suits and stuff. Yeah, it has like this very architectural, very modern kind of it I don't know. I just never seen a tote like this. I like my favorite part is this. She goes in depth on how you can make sure you can get that nice and smooth. I do like the curves of the bag a lot. And it's really nice. It comes together fast. This I like how the side comes around. I think that sometimes I buy patterns even I buy patterns not for a couple of reasons. One, I always like to support designers that I believe in. Even if I don't like the bag, I want to buy the pattern. Two, chances are I'm not going to ever not like the bag. And three, everyone has different writing styles and techniques. I can wholeheartedly say with all my heart, you will never see a gusset like this one. It looks like the only thing I can give it reminds me of is if you ever made Maisie. Maisie looks like a maxi pad, no joke, but it wraps only on the sides. The way this looks, it looks like a humongous pad, and then it creates the sides because you're putting it into the center. So Art Deco, yeah. So you would what you're gonna like, you learn a different way to do a gusset, and oddly enough, the way the gusset's made, the curves are very easy to work with. It looks more difficult than what it is, and it's a different gusset. I've never seen a gusset that looks like this before. the closest I could say is amazing, but it's nowhere the same construction. So I always buy a pad to learn a pattern to learn something new, even if a bag looks similar. I know that's been a huge debate in on Facebook recently, and the way I look at it is like no two bags, even if they look similar, are constructed the same. There's a lot of people that have like little oval bags or little circle bags. I'll give you a perfect example. If you look at Magdalena, and then you look at like Sally Tomato circle bag, they are written completely different. They're even constructed completely different. But if you buy both patterns, you might learn something from both of them that you didn't know before, and now you can execute it in the bag you're making. That's the way I look at it. I look at it as a like education. Good morning. And look at it as pure education. I buy like I told you, I haven't made the Sophia yet because I haven't had the time, but I bought it from Maggie 55, and the first thing I did is when I was winding down, I grab my pattern, I click onto my links, and I'm watching her like teach me things, how to make the braid, how to do all that. It's education. Even if I never made that bag, $10 for education is completely worth it for me. Um, that's the way I look at it, is education. And Jacqueline's bag I like a lot because it's not your normal tote. It's not the boxy or the round tote. It is a tote that has pure curves, and I learned so much. I have never put it in a gusset like that before. It was kind of cool. It made it more fun. I love doing things I've never done before, and I gotta say, with this bag, I've never done. There's two, even in her lining, she did something that I was not prepared for. And it was funny because we were talking about it in the group, because you really need to pay attention to her instructions, because I was not prepared. Like, you put together the lining, the first part of the lining with your seam allowance, and then you put your zipper pocket. And in our heads, we automatically want to put our zipper pocket and then construct the lining. If you do that, then you're going to mess up the whole bag. Ask me how I know. So there's a lot of cool techniques, a lot of like education. Yes, having a full arsenal. Yes. No, my electricity is not fixed. It was woo, it's not fixed. Um, hopefully sometime next week. Having a full arsenal, yeah. When I buy patterns, I read them. If they have a video accompanying them, I'll watch the video as well. But that's the way I look at it, because I have not done all of Maggie 55's patterns that I purchased, but I have watched and read every single one of her patterns. You get that education, and it helps tremendously. I even before I made the Aries, I read every single word, because Shannon does like little notes, and one mess up can ruin something. Yeah, you may be able to go back and correct it, but it's really worth it just to read over these patterns and listen and watch these people's techniques, because everyone has like a little bit of different techniques. Like even with zipper gussets, like it is hilarious. Though you think when they say, hey, cut 2 by 18, you're like, okay, I'm gonna fold this bad boy over, and it may be completely different. Like the zipper technique for this also is a little bit different. I was like, no, don't I need to do this? Because I'm so used to, we all have our mannerisms and our techniques that we like to hone in on, and we'll do it in a pattern. But sometimes going outside the box and doing it by another designer, another fellow artist, may help you bone new skills that you didn't know. So definitely, I learned a lot doing this pattern, a lot, especially the gusset and her how she does from lining. I learned a lot. I was really excited about that. I don't know how she did it. I don't know how designers do it, period. Like if you made the Hinterguard with, I always laugh because Erica's pattern pieces always look weird. Like she has like 2 bags that they look like baby t-shirts. The Hinterguard I wasn't prepared to. I was like, this just looks so unusual. And then when you put it together, you're like, this is magnificent. I like when you print out and you're like, wait, this is not your normal rectangle or your square. So I don't know. That's my input on patterns. You may see some that look similar, but how people write and how people teach and read and do techniques could be completely different. Let's see. I'm putting this down. The light is like giving a halo thing around my eyes. I'm really tired of these headaches. I'm hoping the PT helps though. So yeah, I'm gonna take it nice and easy because I'm on new medication and I don't want to sew my hand. That's what happened last night. It wasn't the best. Yeah, especially when the people in the ER are looking at you like, "What the hell did you do?" Like, um, so I think I'm gonna just make my Catalina, and Catalinas go by pretty fast. It's just more of the outside design. Yes, I do Jill. Yes, because no two sew is like sew the same. Like, again, a perfect example is Monica to me. Like Monica likes to do the straps in the beginning. I literally hate doing the straps in the beginning. I feel like straps are my last. It's like I can let it fly. I'm free kind of thing. Because if you ever really watch me do straps, I'll do it slowly on the first one and then I let it fly on the second half. um, because it's like freeing. Like that is like my. I'm told myself I'm done with the pattern, and I'm free. Let's go. Let's let it fly. And you just let that thing hit, and you can go. I love doing straps at the end. I always wind one extra bobbin just to change it out. I also like constructing my lining before my my exterior, but a lot of the when I'm teaching video, most I'm trying to emulate exactly what's in the pattern so you don't get lost. And like, wait, Shinova, why are we on page 22 and we haven't finished one, right? Um, but when I'm personally sewing, I always do my lining first, then my exterior, and then my straps. That's how I like. I don't know why, because I feel like when your exterior is done, you should be done with the bag, maybe. Yeah, and that's the thing. You're right. Most people just want to get over the strap thing, and their straps are some of my favorite things to do, especially okay, I think where my love of straps came from, I'm blaming this on Alexis or Rosa. That's Erica Bowler bag. When you have to do the 3/8 of an inch, pull the strings to the side or whatever, that has got me loving straps. Like I think straps can be such a like a make or break on a bag. And so I don't know. I'm at the end of bag at the end of the bag that I make, I'm really excited because I'm it's done. We're putting this together. And that's what I think like the straps are like the candles of the cake. Like, yes, these are gonna make it pop. So I don't know. I just really love straps. Yeah. Some people do the strap instruction first. On Knotted Thread, she has something different. Like if you got the Aries pattern, as she has her straps at the back, but she has all three different ways on the back. So like if you want to do one, if you want to do two or three, I was really thrown off because I've never seen anyone have that like that in the instructions. And I actually have one of rose clip on the instructions on that part because I like that when I'm cutting, these are three different options I can have, and she has it. And I don't know, I'm just straps are just my favorite, and I usually do it last. You would think I would do it first, but it just I don't know. There's so much joy when you birth a bag and you're like, yes, I'm done. You just have to add straps. Yep. And you see also when you're doing straps too, you can now there's so many different ways you can do it with either chains or you can do the one with the buckle or you can go to the 1.5 to 1 inch. There's so many different ways to make straps. Like I decided to do the dual color where it was my inside is white and the outside is like you can there's so many things you can do and change it up. The straps originally were going to be just all the orange cork and then when I realized that I did the white cork and the inside, I was like, no, I'm gonna do white cork on the outside with the straps. Like, I feel like they're the jewelry that goes onto your outfit. They're the candles on your cake. They are this piece that can either make or break your bag. So I always do them last. So that way I can see if I do I need to do it like a little bit more simplistic or should I go crazy with the straps? And generally I go crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Yes. I like to cut. Okay, so I always cut. my straps first. I cut them. Like in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a 3/4 of an inch strap, or no, I'm doing 1.5. But I always cut them first. Even if I'm doing webbing, I always cut the straps or handles or strapping or whatever you want first. Always first. But I just don't do it until I just don't use them or sew with them until the end. Because also sometimes I like to switch things up. If I want, let's say if I have a black and white strap, I might want to have white on the black part, and vice versa. I can change out my bobbins and everything, because it all depends on what kind of detail work I want to do. If I want them to be like a contrasting or a statement piece, and generally I like to make contrasting stuff. Yeah, there's so many different, the straps thing is so many different ways. Like there's so many people, like Erica has from Lavender and Twine has a free pattern that has 3 different straps. If you have the Aries, there was 3 different straps that were shown in that. Maggie 55 always has the ones with the buckles and how you can punch out holes, and you can be like a belt style. There's so many ways. Always forget this group. She's the one that originally came out with the 1.5 to 1 inch. Like if you have 1.5 webbing, how you can make it have a 1 inch hardware added to it. There's so many different ways now. Yeah, see, I originally had this cut out, just like I cut out one long piece that was going to be, I was going to do double no matter what, because I like the way double looks on strapping. But then when I realized I did white cork on the inside because I ran out of orange, I was like, yeah, we're going to put white cork on the inside of the strap. So it all depends, and it can help accent things. Yeah, Erica has a free strap pattern. Let's see if I can get that for you. I hope it's free. I think it is, though. Man, she is. Yeah, it's free. It's called the Triad, and I'll just put this in here for you. There you go. So, yeah, she has like it's 3 different ones, but like yeah, just really look at your patterns, because like again, I I remember Shannon saying in a post that she's going to have multiple straps, but it was different when I like was looking over her pattern and I seen them there, and there are 3 different ones that I don't see in other ones. Like I straps, man. Like right now I'm really into making like the handle like 18 inches and having like 8 inches or 6 inches of some kind of chain. I don't know why I'm really into that right now. Oh, did I do a clutch and couture again? Sorry. Let me get this. I just realized that my there you go. I'm sorry. Lavender and Twine. Yeah. So she had, if you go there, follow that link will take you to her free strap tutorials. And I want to say she has videos. I'm not too sure. But yeah, that is it. So I'm going to be working on an Ora Rosa pattern, uh, and also another Ora Rosa pattern. It's going to be an Ora Rosa kind of weekend. And I will show you the Revenge of the Six bag tomorrow. I hope everyone has a good day. And again, if you celebrate Cinco de Mayo, happy Cinco de Mayo. I will talk to you guys all later. Happy sewing. Bye.